Hey everyone, welcome back. Hope you're having a fantastic day so far. So, a group of lawmakers in DC are proposing a $200 per month increase for all Social Security beneficiaries as well as Veterans Affairs recipients for the next 6 months. In today's video, we are going to be covering everything that you need to know. But before we go ahead and dive into for today, if you would like to receive up to $200 in free stock or $200 in free cash, in a pinned comment below, I will be leaving a link to Robinhood. All you have to do is once you click on that link is just sign up for a free account and then simply link your bank account. You do not even have to make an opening deposit. At that point in time, Robinhood will be sending you one free stock worth all the way up to $200. And if you'd rather just have the cash, all you have to do is once you receive the free stock is just sell it for what it's worth and then transfer the cash value right back to your bank account. Okay, so diving right into for today. So once again, a group of lawmakers in DC are right now proposing a $200 increase across the board for all Social Security beneficiaries as well as Veterans Affairs recipients. This would be just for the next 6 months, and mainly because the 2.8% cost of living adjustment is seemingly just not going to be enough to keep up with inflation now reading actually at 3% and only receiving a 2.8% increase. So what their hope is that over the next 6 months, receiving an extra $200 in their checks might be enough to actually keep up or even for once beat inflation. So in today's video, we're going to be covering everything that you need to know, who the bill is being backed by, and everything like that. So once again, according to CNBC, to help Social Security and Veterans Affairs beneficiaries cope with higher prices, a group of Democratic senators are proposing to increase benefits by $200 per month for 6 months. The bill, called the Social Security Emergency Inflation Relief Act, is backed by Democratic senators including Mark Kelly of Arizona, Alex Padilla of California, Tammy Duckworth of Illinois, Angela Alsobrooks and Chris Van Hollen of Maryland, Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts, Tina Smith of Minnesota, Kirsten Gillibrand and Chuck Schumer of New York, Ron Wyden of Oregon, and Peter Welch of Vermont. So all in all, a lot of lawmakers there currently are backing this $200 per month increase for Social Security as well as Veterans Affairs recipients. But will it have enough support for this bill to actually pass in both chambers, both the House as well as the Senate? We will have to wait and see. Now, they go on here to say that the leaders plan to introduce the proposal on Thursday morning, according to a Warren spokesperson, and the extra $200 per month emergency increase would boost benefit payments through July 2026, according to the senator's proposal. The benefit boost would apply to individuals receiving benefits from Social Security, supplemental security income, railroad retirement, veteran disability compensation, and veterans pension. So everyone across the board, whether you receive Social Security retirement, SSI or SSDI, as well as railroad retirement, veteran disability compensation, and veteran pensions, a big increase there, $200 per month. That would certainly be helpful. Now, this would not be something that would go on for life. This would not be a permanent increase of $200 per month like we see in certain bills like Bernie Sanders' Social Security Expansion Act. It would just be temporary for 6 months. But again, if they were to pass this one and you were to receive that increase of $200 per month for the next 6 months, that would also at the same time put a lot of pressure on lawmakers in DC to make this thing permanent, because then there would be a countdown of, okay, we have just 5 months until this thing expires. We have just 2 months until the $200 increase expires. We have just 1 month until the $200 per month increase expires. And you sort of see the pressure that puts on lawmakers if you're actually not going, if you're no longer going to have that $200 boost in your benefits. It's going to put pressure on lawmakers to make this something permanent. So I think if they did like a temporary 6-month deal, it would also put a lot of pressure on them to pass another bill that would then make it permanent. But leave your thoughts and comments below. Now they go on here to say that the proposal follows the Social Security Administration's Friday announcement of a 2.8% cost of living adjustment for 2026. The annual adjustment is intended to help Social Security and supplemental security income benefits maintain their buying power. The 2.8% increase will add about $56 per month to Social Security retirement benefits on average starting in January, according to the Social Security Administration. And almost 71 million Social Security beneficiaries will see the 2026 cost of living adjustment reflected in their payments starting in January. According to the Social Security Administration, while nearly 7.5 million supplemental security income beneficiaries will see the benefit boost starting in late December. Now, the reason that SSI beneficiaries are actually going to be receiving their increased checks in late December is because their January 1st payment is actually going to come a little bit early on December 31st. The reason it's coming early on December 31st is because January 1st is considered a federal holiday, and because the first falls on a federal holiday, in that case, you receive your payment 1 day earlier, which is going to be on December 31st. So you're not going to receive a payment technically for January. Instead, you're going to receive your check on December 31st. But also, I believe on January 31st, you're also going to be receiving another check because February 1st, I think, falls on a weekend. So you're going to receive a check in late January, but your January 1st check, which would normally carry an increase with that cost of living adjustment, is actually going to be coming 1 day earlier on December 31st. Now they go on here to say that the adjustment for 2026 is not enough for seniors who face skyrocketing costs when it comes to groceries, healthcare, and utilities. Warren wrote in an October 24th social media post. In a statement, Warren called the bill to provide an extra $200 per month to beneficiaries, a quote, emergency lifeline for seniors struggling to afford Trump's tariffs and rising inflation. Now, Schumer, in a separate statement, said the Social Security COLA is simply not reflective of the current reality for seniors as they see their bank accounts shrinking. And the latest Consumer Price Index data shows that inflation increased at an annual rate of 3% in September, which was lower than expectations. And while that rate is above the 2% target the Federal Reserve has set, inflation is easing in some areas, according to the data. Now, price levels for the 2025 tariffs are expected to rise by 1.3%, according to an October 17th analysis by Yale's Budget Lab, prompting an average household income loss of $1,800 in 2025. Now, in 2026, retirees may face higher premiums for Medicare Part B. Those monthly premium payments are typically deducted directly from Social Security checks and therefore affect how much of the cost of living adjustment beneficiaries may see. So the projected standard Medicare Part B premium for 2026 is $206.50 per month. According to projections from the Medicare trustees, that would be a $21.50 increase from the $185 standard premium rate in place for 2025. So obviously, if you're going to be receiving an increase of $50 a month, but the Medicare Part B premium is also rising by nearly $25 a month, your increase is pretty much cut in half. So at that point, you're only receiving an increase of reality of like $25. So I'm sure this $200 per month increase, even if it's only for 6 months, would certainly be welcomed by most Social Security beneficiaries. But leave your thoughts and comments below. Are you for this increase? Certainly, I don't think you would be against it. Do you think you should actually be receiving more? Leave your thoughts and comments below. Now, they also mentioned here that on Monday, another group of Democratic lawmakers proposed a bill, the Boosting Benefits and COLAs for Seniors Act, that calls for basing the annual cost of living adjustment on the CPIE, or Consumer Price Index for the elderly, a research index that tracks the spending patterns of Americans ages 62 and over. Now, Social Security's annual COLA adjustments are currently based on a subset of the Consumer Price Index, the Consumer Price Index for Urban Wage Earners and Clerical Workers, or CPIW, which tracks price changes for goods and services bought by certain workers. Changing the Social Security COLA to be indexed to the CPIE would increase the future adjustments by about 0.2 percentage points, Social Security's chief actuary has estimated, according to research from the Bipartisan Policy Center. That change would also increase the program's long-term shortfall by an estimated 11%, according to the estimates. So once again, $200 per month for the next 6 months is on the line. We have a lot of Democrats backing this bill. The question at this point is, are we going to get enough Republicans also on board with this bill? And how exactly are they going to fund this? Is this extra money going to be coming directly from the Social Security Trust Fund? Is it going to deplete the trust fund even more? Because at this point in time, they are saying that by 2032 or 2033, the trust fund is going to be going insolvent. They will have to have automatic cuts across the board by anywhere between 19 to 26%. Increasing benefits by $200 a month would only speed up the insolvency rate. So would that be a bad thing? Or are they going to fund it from something else? We'll have to wait and see. But again, leave your thoughts and comments below. I would definitely love to read them. But that's all we have for today's video, and I will see you in the next one.